Tonight's coverage of the National Football League brings us to the banks of the Ohio River. And
with Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, called it the 26.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
5 yards on the game's first play, second down. The numbers for him from a week ago: 16 carries, 69 yards, and a touchdown.
It's a very nice winning streak that they're on, and they've really seen this offense come into its own as a unit. And one of the keys is that the ground game has been established, and it's keeping the defense honest near the line of scrimmage. Sometimes that leads to huge games for him. Other times, he plays a complementary role to someone else. But however it's getting done, they're winning week after week.
A gain of 13. It's a first down. On first down, Morgan. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made a dip.
In trouble, and he's taken down. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on third and long. Back to throw. Cotton. And the pressure gets to him again. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up fourth down now. And on now is the punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look here at their signal caller, the fifth-year quarterback.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. And they worked this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guys. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Looking to throw. Kramer. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 10 catches, 68 yards.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On third down, Nelson. And they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Black. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1. Back to throw. Kramer. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Thunderbirds get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games, and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive.
The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Up the middle they go.
It's Morgan. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Wide open receiver complete. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there. 59 yards. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here.
Second and 4.
And that is caught. It's Davis.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
They'll run on first down. It's Nelson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Second and 10.
Looking to throw. Kramer throwing middle, and it's complete. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Kramer. That is caught. And he's taken down inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double-team him somehow. I'm going to have to make some...
And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And his guys have taken the lead. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open. He has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Now the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. That time, a 6-play drive. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. But now this offense comes back out onto the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Well, certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
So here's Louisville set to take over on offense. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Here's 2nd and 8. Looking middle, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up 3rd and 1. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Off the play fake. Kramer.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. And it's caught. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Back to throw again. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
And his kick is right there. It's good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he returns this to the 22. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
His 2nd catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now.
They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. They bring their punter out there now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line.
The Thunderbirds offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football.
Throwing to start the drive. Kramer over the middle. It's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Operating from the gun. Kramer. Throwing left side. It's complete. Touchdown. A big play there. 55 yards.
And the Thunderbirds are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
How about that touchdown, partner? If you blinked, you probably missed it. I looked away for just a second, and they were in the end zone.
Point after try forthcoming. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And able to get this out to the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Cotton working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Operating from the gun. Cotton. That's into the hands of Edwards. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Operating from the gun. Cotton. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Morgan.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
12 yards there as they move the chains.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Operating from the gun. Cotton. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds.
2 yards left on 2nd down from the 9.
Operating from the gun. Cotton. His pass caught at the 4. Touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit. That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really tire out the defense, too.
That's a great point, because now they've been on the field for a long time. Them going to the bench, trying to make adjustments, trying to figure things out, but they'll do so fatigued.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 32-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Nelson.
And he'll push ahead for about 3 to the 36.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
7 yards there and a first down. Back to throw. Kramer.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted.
And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings us one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line.
So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Looking to throw. Cotton shakes off the sack. Buying time to his left. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible time.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So on fourth down, Sean McVay going to send out the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost.
Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on fourth and goal anyway, but the sack on third down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Thunderbirds offense and their wideout getting set to go once more. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender his way because whatever they've done, it has not worked in this first half.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Back to throw now on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Operating from the gun, Kramer.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL.
Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They go play action here on first down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he comes back with one complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Off play action. Kramer. He finds his man. Complete. That's Black. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to bring up second down. Back to throw. Kramer. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 18 yards that time to push him up, first and goal.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort, but instead he sets his guys up in excellent shape with a first and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Second and goal from the 1.
He'll try again. And I don't think he got in. He did not. They mark him short of the goal line. A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there.
His third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Thunderbirds take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Now for the point after. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. That time a 9-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Throwing to start the drive. Cotton.
And he's got his man on the out route. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll make it second down. Looking to throw. Cotton. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. That's out to the left, flat and complete. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that will bring up second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Cotton. He finds his man. Complete. That's Edwards. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. They get 14 yards there and a first down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down. Looking to throw. Cotton. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Back to throw. Cotton. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to make it 4th down. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that will close the gap down to 14. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Louisville offense back out now. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
Partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. 2nd and 7.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Looking to throw. Kramer. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, Kramer. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you...
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there. With his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Thunderbirds take a 3-touchdown lead.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Cotton. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
Off the play fake. Cotton. He finds his man complete. That's Edwards. And they work this well upfield across the 45. On 1st down, Morgan. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Morgan. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. From the gun on 3rd down, Cotton. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A big-time sack there on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Well, the D brought the house. They called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play? Or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz. And in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback. No chance on that 4th down.
Let's go.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Nelson trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Second and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now a give right side. Nelson. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Off play action. Kramer. Blitz coming and down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th.
Now how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz. And the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
And they'll send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Cotton. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. His throw incomplete.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
That'll give them 8 that time, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. Looking to throw. Cotton over the middle, complete. It's Edwards. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Back to throw. Cotton. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Operating from the gun. Cotton firing quickly here, and that's complete. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Looking to throw. Cotton. Looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. On first down, Morgan. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Operating from the gun, Cotton. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he is going to lose yardage here. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to...
And it's caught. Touchdown. From 8 yards out. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit.
So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead will be cut down to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Now, I'm not putting him in the Hall of Fame, but if you look at the great linebackers in history, they all have that ability to innately sense where a play is going, sometimes even before the ball snapped, and they're there, and they end up making the play.
Operating from the gun, Kramer. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A gain of 8 there on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
From the gun on 3rd down, Kramer. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So they bring out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive, Cotton. And he's got his man on the comebacker. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Back to throw. Cotton. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. He finds his man. Complete. It's Edwards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Well, the Louisville offense back out now. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The offense on 3rd down, 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Kramer.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left. And then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. They'll run on first down. Nelson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter.
Second down and 6 now.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Nelson. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Up the middle they go. It's Nelson. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
62 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries.
Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps for these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Louisville,
they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, it was a good first month, but they'll fall to 4-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.